Welcome back to another GeekaWhat video, and today I'm taking you over the best $550 gaming PC build for 2017. This build really is going to smash the latest AAA titles at 1080p whilst achieving in excess of 60 frames per second. Over my $500 build, you're going to see some good improvements in overclocking, slight improvements in graphics card temperatures, and also improvements in single-threaded performance, which helps in your slightly older games. So let's jump straight into it with the parts I chose, kicking it off as always with the CPU. AMD's Ryzen 1300X is their more premium of their two Ryzen 3 budget lineup of CPUs. It definitely beats Intel's current i3 offerings with 4 cores and 4 threads as opposed to 2 cores and 4 threads. It's also got better single-threaded performance than the 1200 chip with a base clock of 3.5 and a boost of 3.7 GHz with of course overclocking supported. It's also got a pretty low TDP of 65 watts, and AMD's current advertised TDP for the chips they've so far released have been pretty accurate, so it's good to see this chip also staying within those. For the motherboard, this is the second improvement over my $500 build linked in the cards section now. I've gone for MSI's B350M Pro VDH. Now, the B350 chipset allows you to actually overclock the CPU, meaning you could get this chip up to 4 GHz to see even better single-threaded performance and better frame rates without any problem. All of these parts are also on Amazon Prime, and I'll leave a link to a free trial for the US and the UK for free 2-day and free next day delivery, depending on your region, in the description below. I've featured this motherboard in many of my builds before, and its nice neutral black aesthetic with good I/O performance, a nice amount of RAM DIMMs and PCIe 3.0 connectivity make it a great bet, especially for its roughly $75 price point. In terms of memory, I went for 8GB of Crucial's Ballistic Sport LT RAM. I've been very impressed by a 64GB kit that Crucial kindly sent over for my Ryzen 7 build guide series, linked in the cards section now, and this is just a great option. It's got a nice design, it's pretty cool running, and is rated at speeds of DDR4 2400 MHz memory, which can be overclocked of course in your motherboard's BIOS through XMP. It also comes in at a pretty reasonable price, around $60–65 at the time of filming this video, which is very reasonable considering a current global VNAND flash shortage. In terms of storage, in my opinion, a hard drive is definitely where it's at. There is no room in this budget for an SSD, but if you do want to add one in, then you're fine to do so. I opted for Seagate's Barracuda, their 1TB drive, in a standard 3.5-inch hard drive form factor with 7200 RPM speed. Now, WD's Blue drive is also another great option, but Seagate's Barracuda is a drive I've personally had better experiences with. One has not failed on me to date, and considering I've got 4TB options of these drives, I think that's very, very impressive indeed. It's 7200 RPM, which is as fast as mainstream consumer hard drives get, and is a very good value offering. In terms of the video card, this is a further improvement from my $500 build previously mentioned. It's GeekaWhat's GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, the 4GB model. It's got a dual fan design, which trumps the
fake news.
Trumps the single fan design I opted for in my $500 build, meaning it's a little bit cooler running. You've got better base and boost clocks on the graphics card, and should see better overclocking leverage. GeekaWhat are a renowned manufacturer for making some really fantastic products, and I've covered a lot of their motherboards recently on the channel. This GeForce card is of course going to give you all the advantages of Nvidia's GeForce experience, such as being able to utilise this graphics card's H.265 encoder to easily record and stream gameplay to either YouTube or Twitch, while only seeing a 5% performance sacrifice. Something that's very, very good to see on such a budget-oriented build. This is a fantastic build for any budding or aspiring YouTubers, if you will. In terms of the case, this is a staple of my PC build series. Thermaltake's Versa H15 comes in both windowed and non-windowed variants. It has good support for our motherboard, good I/O options as well. It's a nice small micro ATX mid-tower chassis, so will fit in a bedroom or an office or a living room without being too intrusive, and supports full-size ATX power supplies. Like all the products mentioned, I'll leave it linked for Amazon for a range of regions and different retailers in the description below. And finally, the last part on this build is the power supply. It's EVGA's 500W 80+ certified unit. You don't need a 1250W fully modular power supply for this build, considering it only sips at less than 250 watts, even with a bit of CPU, RAM overclocking involved. It's got an 80+ certification as well, which means it's super efficient, and EVGA are a very reputable manufacturer of power supplies. Just look at how many 5-star reviews this thing has on Newegg or Amazon. and I think it sells itself really. But that wraps it up for this build. If you did enjoy, do smash that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter, it's at GeekaWhat for a behind the scenes look at news and my opinions and life and all that good stuff. But as always, we will see you in the next GeekaWhat video.